Zeke Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're off and running from Nissan Stadium. He'll take this at the 10. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10.
Get it! Bronco lead, 60 Maverick, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
Coming out throwing. Here's Ward. Has him on the quick hitter. Has some daylight through the 40. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line.
Bronco leading.
Offense in the hurry up here.
4 yards. And the Titans first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Panther 11, Panther 11, 18, Pot Dragon 60.
First and 10 here. Ward. He's trying to push the field. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script. Brock test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
79 Broncos. Warriors 70. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. It's going to be caught, Tony Pollard. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Cooper 19.
Third down and 9.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 19 Lions. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Ward's going to throw here on third. It's Ironman downfield. He's got it. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. They will certainly take that kind of passing from the rookie out of Miami as he gets them the first.
First down. First and 10 at the
70
29-yard
Rangers,
line.
6 Mustang 19. Buffalo 18. 19 type, 19 type.
Again, Ward going to the air. Short pass brought in. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Goes to the hurry up here.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Trap 60, trap 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Cup 19, Cup 19. Let's go.
Working inside the red zone. Finds him over the middle. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point of this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now. Working quickly here.
Titans first down. First and
60
goal at the
Maverick,
6-yard
60
line.
Maverick, 18, Pioneer. Dragon 60. Ready, ready?
Shotgun snap now to Ward. Chased out to his right. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Chimere DK, the one he was looking for. And it'll be second and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Ready?
From the gun, it's Ward. Escapes the pocket. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. Well, for a great opening drive, this is where you can run into that speed bump. We see it all the time, getting down near the end zone and trying to find your way in.
Yeah, operated so well and efficiently, but when you get into the scoring zone, the red zone, that's when the pressure ramps up.
Last two passes haven't worked out. Another one likely coming. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Seven Pirates.
They motion the tight end over. This is 3rd and goal. Ward bails out of the pocket quick. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. So a bit stubborn there, Brock. They just kept throwing for it after pass fell incomplete. Now they've got 4th and goal.
Yeah, and you and I both know what's going to happen when these old linemen run off the sidelines, big fellas. They're not going to be too happy about not putting one run on the board.
No, sir. All right, they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cowboy 80. Mustang 19.
4th down, here's Ward. And we get an incredible goal-to-go stand to begin this ball game as they force the incompletion and the turnover on downs.
Result of the play
I
is a
think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Silver. Alpha. Crowd up, Yetis.
Hurts comes out throwing. And his first pass falls incomplete. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. They'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Trimmer. 73.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to gain about 3 yards as they bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. And they just get the play off. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And he's out of bounds on the final play of our opening quarter. Through 1 quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive.
73. Crowd left Yeti. Easy. 63. Bang. Go Silver. Ready? Crowd left Yeti.
Hurts to throw. Searching for somewhere, and this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up.
King, Phil King.
Back to throw, Hurts. Throw is caught. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid third down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. Air it out on 3rd. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
On 4th down, Hurts. Going deep here for the end zone. And he scores! It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles get the game's first points here in the 2nd. They're on the road, but still favored coming into this one. And they quickly made a mockery of that home field advantage, Brock, with an opening drive TD.
Just kind of playing like a team, right? That just knows it. They believe in themselves. They've got that athletic arrogance and confidence coming into this building. They can't wait to take the home crowd right out of it.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Bryce Oliver. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
This is the snap that's going to take us inside the 2-minute warning.
Let's go now. Panther 60, Panther 60. '79 Broncos, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Warriors 70.
Throwing now on 1st down. Ward. That's brought in by Calvin Ridley. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. One play in, and they are already close to midfield.
65. Here we go. Shot. 60 Eagles. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 60 Bison. Cup 19. Cup 19.
First down throw here for Ward. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quinion Mitchell. And the Eagles get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
Well, I suppose some praise is in order for bringing him down almost immediately and preventing a return. Definitely minimized the damage the best they could, but it is still a demoralizing outcome for this offense to give the ball away.
Great, set. And anyway, now let's get it. 63, 63, 63. 73, 73. Hey, Silver. Hey, easy, 60. 63, 60. Man. You on level.
First and 10. Here's Hurts. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. It was Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Yards to go.
To the air on 3rd and long. Caught by Dotson on the slant. Oh, he put him in the spin cycle. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. A gain of 27 yards there. And that's good for an Eagles first down. New set of downs for him at the 38.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Eagles.
Hurts on first down. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. It's Hurts once again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Intended for
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
yards to go.
Set. Oh, it's Silver, right? Kyle Leviani.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single eye or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Oliver with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready, set.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Trap 60. Ready. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
2nd and 10. Here's Ward to throw. This is a heater going deep. He's got it deep downfield. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play.
70, Hawk 70. 7 Pirates, 18, Pioneer.
The shotgun, it's Ward. Brought in close to the 8. And that's a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans get their first points of this game just before halftime. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. In the words of Pete Carroll resonate, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
That one splits the uprights. And the Titans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Wow, down by just a score. A lot of game to go. But look here, it's an onside try. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Eagles make the recovery. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
No, touch that. 73. Crowd left Yeti.
Hurts looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Look at Xavier Woods in there to pick it off. And the Titans bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made. A timely interception for them there, partner. That drive sure looked like it was headed for at least 3, maybe 6.
That QB wanted that throw back the minute it left his fingertips. You know, Peyton Manning would say, once that ball's gone, that check has been signed. And he wanted to rip that check up, and he knew it. Defense makes him pay.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it. 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves. Check, 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 check. 19 Lions. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 19 Titans, 19 Titans. 18 Rattler, 18 ready.
Shotgun snap now to Ward. He finds Chigakonkwo for the grab. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Drag, come on, come on.
46-yard
Buffalo, Buffalo 18. Cup 19, Cup 19. 79 Broncos. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready, ready?
1st and 10 here. Ward. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. He's looking for Alec Iomana. And now they face 2nd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner. And throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
They give on 2nd to Pollard. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Jahan Campbell, yet another first-round defender out of Alabama. They're on the tackle. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
60 Eagles. Pioneer. Warriors 70. Trap 60, trap 60.
They kick the running back in motion.
Ready.
Ward's going to throw here on 3rd. Connection is made. Iomana. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Here's Joey Sly for the Titans field goal attempt. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. Slide's kick is up and good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Shades of the 2009 Super Bowl. They're going onside kick to begin the second half. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Eagles make the recovery. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10.
Great, set. On anyone else? Hey! Out.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. And the Titans rush is going to win this round. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for a second down.
Kate, you know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home, and it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
Great, set. On anyone else? Hey! You on left. Right on.
Here's Hurts. Taking a chance to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime.
Touchdown, Eagles.
There's a good chance. He wasn't even looking when that ball was released, but the crowd, well, the crowd let him know exactly what was going on. You could feel the swell of excitement. Whenever they take a deep shot, it's only going to get louder now as they were able to connect.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles drive their lead to 11.
Titans 10.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And this is brought to a halt just across the 10.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Panther, Mustang 19, and Cowboy 80, Dragon 60. Go.
From the gun, it's Ward. Hits his running back. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
18 Cardinal, 18
Brings up
Cardinal.
2nd and 2 at the 18-yard line.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Here's Ward. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offensive line fast.
Gain on the play. And the Titans,
Trap 60, trap 60.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now Ward. Forced out to his right. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23.
18, pioneer. 2, 60 Maverick, 60 Panthers.
Again, Ward going to the air. Finds him over the middle. And they will finally catch up to him in just a second before he can reach that 40. Offense up to the line fast.
Buffalo 18, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
38-yard line.
Cup 19, Cup 19.
Throwing now on first down. Ward. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Caught by his back here. It's Pollard. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Third down here. Need 8 on the play.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 79 Broncos. No, no. Mustang 19. 19 Lion.
Here he goes. Third and long. Completed over the middle. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be fourth down.
A gain of
Trap
7.
50, trap 50.
It's fourth
Warriors
down.
70.
They're going for this. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of 17
18
yards.
Pioneer.
That's another Titans
60
first down.
Bobcat, 60
First
Bobcat.
and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Go street. Chap, check, chap, check. Rig alert, rig alert. Buffalo 18. Go.
First down throw here for Ward. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's second and 10.
Let's go. 70 Rangers, 60 Bison, 60 Bison, 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready, ready?
Still sticking with the passing game. Put some heat on this deep ball. Left side.
That is somebody it's tough to truly overthrow, but it can happen. And I know what he was thinking, Kate. I'm going to put this in the spot where only my guy gets it. Problem was, that spot was even too high for him.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Come on, come on. 7 Pirates, 70 Lions. Hey, check that. Street, street.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Ridley makes the grab downfield. And they're going to be set up with a first and goal here from the 7. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
That's another Titans first down. First and goal at the 7-yard
In
line.
the red zone on first. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Working across the middle block, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
He's going to throw it again. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Tennessee! start the second half with some needed points. Calvin Ridley with the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Now Ward bringing the Titans to the line. They're going for 2.
The Titans will line up for the
Cougar
two-point
19.
conversion.
Cougar 19.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And they get the 2-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Joey Slye to kick off for Tennessee.
Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10.
Great. Check. Hey, let's go. Hey, Silver. Like a Hornet. Hey, easy 6. Kyle up, Yeti. Go Silver, ready? Alpha. Nine.
Now Hurts. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter.
Silver, set. Crown left, Yeti. Hey.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And out he goes on the final play of the quarter. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Eagles football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches.
63. Great. Set.
Looking to throw. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Phil King.
Toss play to Barkley. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
All right, Kate, little confession time. And you know what they say, confession, good for the soul, bad for the reputation. I think my most negative grades carrying out fakes were on toss plays like that. Because you toss it, you know it's going for a big play, and all you want to do is watch it and not carry out your fake.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal.
No, touch that. Anyone, yeah?
It's a sneak, Hurts. They charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
That's all you could really expect from a sneak, Kate. One, maybe a couple yards. So in that way, their job was executed. But the play call, well, that leaves me, and I think many, scratching our heads.
Now it's second and goal from the 1.
Great. Set. Anyone, yeah?
That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Eagles only up by a few. Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's second and goal.
Hey! No, touch that. Anyone, yeah? No touch.
Barkley. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Eagles make it a 9-point advantage. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Oliver with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Titans to the line now. First and 10.
Get it. Dragon 6, Hawk set 19, Lion. Seven Pirates, Mustang 19. Ready?
Shotgun snap now to Ward. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles return the interception close to the red zone. He's stopped inside the 25.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be